This is Jeff Mucci, RCR Wireless News. We're in Palo Alto today meeting with Irv Remedios, who's VP of Product Marketing for Mozes. Thank you so much for joining us today, Irv.
Thanks, Jeff.
Tell me a little bit about Mozes.
Well, Mozes helps connect brands, entertainment companies, and causes with their fan base, with the audience that they're trying to connect with over the mobile phone. And so we use text messaging, voice messaging, could be an iPhone application, or it could be the mobile web. We're a multi-channel platform that a brand or a band can come and use and connect with their fans.
Tell me about the management team. You've got an interesting mix of lawyers, accountants. How did you end up in the business, and kind of where did the idea to form Mozes come from?
Yeah, well, the founder of the company, Dorian Porter, is a lawyer by background,
right.
But really a great business person. And he always thought that it would be great to be able to look at a piece of content, whether that be in print or on the web, and get it onto your phone or somehow interact with that piece of content and be able to share it on a device. And so that was a genesis for, I guess, the initial product offering that we launched with back in 2006, is how do we enable people to take action in the moment and get connected with a piece of content on their device.
Right.
And back then we started with text messaging because it was kind of sort of the most ubiquitous platform. Anybody could use it. And now we've slowly expanded to some of the other channels that I mentioned.
Good. And why don't we go ahead and just walk through the platform and what channels you use to allow your bands and causes to reach their fans.
Sure. So we've built a web-based on-demand platform. So it's software as a service. Anyone actually can come to the website, sign up for an account, and basically create a mobile campaign. And so it could be a text-based campaign where I'm texting a keyword like Taylor Swift to 66937 and getting an update message from Taylor Nation.
Right.
It could be a voice line that I'm calling into. I could call into Justin Bieber's voice line and hear a message from the artist and maybe join his mobile list and leave a message for the artist, and all of that content is streamed online onto his website. Or it could be in venue. So we have lots of interactions in venue where people are doing things like text to screen or sending pics up to a screen during a concert or a show. To add some element of interactivity to that experience.
You were founded in 2005 and launched commercially in 2006, and I guess more notably, you raised $16 million before social marketing became what it is today. Why was your team able to secure financing from top groups at that point in time? You really were on the cutting edge, 4 or 5 years ago.
Sure. I mean, I think we approach the market very differently. There's lots of companies that are out there that have sort of white label mobile marketing tools that you can go to either create sort of an SMS program, or maybe you can go and create a voice program or a mobile website. And there's two big things that we wanted to do. One was bring that entire tool set together and make it really easy to use, so that anybody could actually effectively go on and use a web-based tool to create these campaigns.
Right.
The second thing that we wanted to do was make the experience from a consumer standpoint both trusted and easy. And so one of the things we saw early on was that one of the reasons mobile marketing really hasn't really taken off in the U.S. Was because there was a lack of trust in terms of the experience. If somebody interacted with something on their phone, they weren't sure if they were going to get spammed or they had a poor experience. And so we've really created a permission-based opt-in type approach to these campaigns where people can manage their own level of interest with some of these campaigns. They can turn things off easily. They can find new things that they're interested easily and generally manage what's getting sent to their device.
Who are your investors, and how have they helped you evolve as a company?
Sure. So we're funded by three great investors, Norwest, Northbridge, and Mavron. And early on, when we started in a garage not too far from here, they were really instrumental in helping us build out the business plan, helping us build out the team. Just giving us advice on how to try and find how to develop the market,
right,
and how to really find a product that is going to help address the market needs.
Mm-hmm.
And now it becomes a question of scale, and now they're helping us more so from a sales perspective on how do we scale the sales of our business and really scale the company out.
Walk me through the sales process. Who are you targeting? Where are you targeting them? Where do you have offices? And what the buying process really looks like.
Sure. So we started as a company in the music space and
Mm-hmm.
really worked with indie bands and indie labels, connecting a band to their fan.
Right.
And since then have expanded to include all 4 major labels as our customers,
Mm-hmm.
and really having a great footprint in the music space. Now we've expanded into entertainment, and so we work a lot with brands that have something to do with point of inspiration or passion point marketing. They have some connection with music or entertainment and
Right.
some marketing initiative around that,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as causes that do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So an example would be, we would work with an event agency that is activating the Keith Urban Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So Clorox, in this case, was the sponsor of the Keith Urban Tour through
Right.
2 of their brands,
Mm-hmm.
KC Masterpiece and Kingsford Charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
We work with that event agency to help deliver value to Clorox in terms of their sponsorship dollars. In this case, the tour generated over 500,000 mobile connections with people in the audience throughout the tour, which is a great accomplishment for a brand in terms of the
Mm-hmm.
dollars they're spending in mobile.
Mm-hmm. So walk me through the ROI and some examples that, again, you talked about Clorox getting 500,000 mobile touches. How do they measure the ROI of the investment in a campaign with Moses?
Yeah, I think different customers measure it in different ways. So
Mm-hmm.
engagement is typically something that all customers are looking for. Engagement and reach. How many people can I go out and reach, and how many
Mm-hmm.
people can I get some kind of engagement with? The interesting thing with mobile is that it's not just a banner that people are looking at and reading. They're actually doing something with their phone, and then they're actually getting a message that includes, potentially some element of sponsorship on that message
Mm-hmm.
delivered to their device. So they're walking out of the stadium, with something on their device from that brand sponsor.
Right.
So engagement is one. The second one would be something related to commerce. So any kind of direct revenue that we can drive is always a good thing. People are definitely looking to, and this is something we're seeing actually more so this
Mm-hmm.
year and moving forward, is that how can I tie my mobile program to something related to commerce and revenue? And the third piece would be just data collection. People
Mm-hmm.
value different pieces of information. And so how can I create a mobile program that will allow me to collect things that are important to me, like maybe it's an email address because I also have an email program or a website or a fan club that I want people to sign up for.
Right.
But how do I drive value from mobile and not just keep it kind of isolated?
Mm-hmm. What are the barriers to entry for other people to come in and start providing a similar services to you?
Yeah, I think there's probably 2 big ones. One is just technology.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is a big learning curve in terms of how to implement mobile and create a service that people can use and make it usable. I mean, I think there's lots of stories of companies that had sort of the right base level technology but couldn't create an experience that people really understood or would use.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing is, I think you got to spend time really understanding how people interact with content on their mobile phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that just takes time and expertise to develop.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a technology barrier, and I think there's just an expertise barrier that somebody walking in new wouldn't really have.
So when's the next big inspirational moment we should be looking for Moses to be helping someone connect with their fans?
Oh, I mean,
is it South by Southwest? Is that the next big show you have?
South by Southwest, we're definitely doing something pretty good out there with Pure Volume.
Uh-huh.
This is one of our partners. They have a big event for the whole week actually going out in their venue,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be helping power some of that. There's a number of tours that we're working on. We're working with Keith Urban again
Right.
This year on his tour. We're working with the Taylor Nation team
Mm-hmm.
with Taylor Swift as well. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things coming up.
Well, Irv, thanks for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you at South by Southwest next week in Austin.
Thank you.